known as the blowfish, there are over 120 species of pufferfish, and not all of them are found in the world's oceans. In fact, around a quarter of pufferfish species are actually freshwater fish. What's more, the largest of the puffers, the giant pufferfish, is a freshwater fish. The freshwater varieties can be found in South America, Central Africa, and Southeast Asia, while the saltwater species are only found in warm coastal waters. They are not found in cold water areas, sticking only to the tropics and rarely temperate regions. These sizes are pre-puff, mind you. When a pufferfish does feel threatened, the fish is gulping down a huge amount of water in less than a second. Their stomachs have the ability to super extend, kind of like when Chester breaks into the food cabinets. It's believed that pufferfish evolved to do this because they are relatively inadequate swimmers, and they are basically too slow to swim away. At least they're cute though, right? Besides the puff, I'm sure you've heard of their other defense mechanism as well. Aside from engorging themselves to much larger than their typical size, making them too big for most predators' mouths, nearly all pufferfish are highly toxic creatures. Apparently I have a knack for picking animals that could probably kill you. I'm not really sure what's up with that, because there's more to bacteria most pufferfish synthesize from foods they eat. They produce enough toxin to kill 30 grown humans. Very few animals are able to tolerate this toxin, and many will die if they are unfortunate enough to ingest a pufferfish. However, some predators, such as tiger sharks and sea snakes, are unaffected by pufferfish toxin. Even humans partake in consumption of the deadly creatures. In Japan, pufferfish are considered a delicacy and are consumed on a regular basis. Chefs who prepare fugu train for many years before serving to customers because one wrong cut could spell disaster. Even with all that training, there are still deaths due to consumption of pufferfish. Up to 6 people die annually from eating fugu. However, of those, it is typical that the deaths occur either outside of restaurants or because diners demand the liver, which is the most toxic display of just how lethal they can be. They typically eat algae and invertebrates, with the larger sized species even cracking into clamshells and mussels with their beak-like teeth. Kind of like the parrotfish we talked about in an earlier episode, except with, crustaceans and not coral. Pufferfish display many different tactics of reproduction. Some freshwater pufferfish will reproduce in covered areas where vegetation is heavy. In aquarium environments, it's been observed that pufferfish will lay eggs that adhere to smooth surfaces, such as slate, and the male will remain with the eggs until they hatch. In the ocean, males will bring females to the surface where she will release her eggs, and they'll remain there until the young puffers are ready to swim back down to the ocean floor. One species, the white-spotted pufferfish, had scientists baffled for over a decade with their radical reproduction methods. These guys actually make rippling circles in the ocean floor in order to attract a mate. If the female is interested in the circle, she will enter and lay her eggs in the middle. So they're basically the aliens of the ocean, and for years, scientists had no clue what caused these crop circles on the ocean floor. Typically, a female will lay just under 10 eggs, which will hatch anywhere from a few days to a week after fertilization. Depending on the species, the young pufferfish will usually develop for a bit, actually growing their limbs after hatching, before joining the community from which their parents came. Pufferfish can live nearly 10 Let's kind of get started. It might sound silly to say, but starfish aren't fish. Heck, scientists are trying to change their common name to sea stars to help alleviate any confusion their fishy name may cause. But most people still say starfish, and their scientific name is out of this world. No matter what you call them, these marine creatures are echinoderms, just like the sand dollars we discussed a few episodes back. And there are a lot of different kinds of starfish. We found numbers anywhere from 1,500 to 2,000 different species of starfish in our research. Species classification isn't always black and white, so we'll just have to settle for something around that. Starfish are only found in marine environments, but they can be seen in every ocean of the world. Yes, including the cold one, though they are the most diverse in tropical waters of the Indo-Pacific and Atlantic regions. Starfish get their common name from their typical star-shaped appearance, but not all starfish come with 5 points. Some starfish can have as many as 40 arms. The smallest starfish are less than an inch long, while the largest can be nearly 3 feet in length. And they don't even have a head or blood, though they do sort of have eyes. Starfish have what's called a water vascular system instead of blood and blood vessels. A starfish will pump water through its body, and this is what helps the starfish eat and even move around. Starfish have tube feet that either end in suction cups, which adhere to hard surfaces, or points, which help them traverse a sandy landscape. They'll live anywhere from intertidal zones to the abyss, and where they live can affect what they eat. In many areas, starfish are some top predators. Take the crown of thorns starfish, who ravages a coral colony, as an example. Humans have actually developed robots to attack these starfish in order to protect the very reefs they destroy. Other starfish may pull apart clamshells to eat the soft creature inside. Yep, according to starfish logic, you're not even safe in your own home. Some starfish push their stomach outside of their body and engulf their prey with it. They then let off digestive fluids that help break down a prey item until it is jello-y enough to be pulled back into their body along with the stomach. Oh yeah, you thought they were cute? More like super scary psycho flesh-eating monsters. Okay, well they're kind of cute though. For the most part, adult starfish are safe from predation. I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm not sure I could get past that crunchiness. Also, I don't eat animals, so there's that too. Baby starfish, however, can be at risk. Many starfish breed by spawning, with males and females synchronously releasing sperm and eggs into the water column. The fertilized eggs develop into larvae, which float as easy-to-eat zooplankton until they're developed enough to sink to the bottom, at which point they may live up to 35 years. All of this is depending on the species, of course. Some starfish can also regenerate lost limbs, or even clone themselves via a lost limb, though usually the center disc needs to be present for this to occur. Starfish can do this regeneration because many of their organs are actually in their arms.